Antwon, you've done this before, a few times. I guess, how has this year been different, and what have you seen from the guys so far?
This year is a more explosive year. I would say offense and defense are working together really good. So, like I said, like a new quarterback coming in, you expect things to be a little different. A new offense and everything. So it's good for our defense to learn, new things coming from this offense. Because last year was in the offense like 2 years. So, getting a high-power offense like the one that Coach Kincade brought in, and his quarterback is a tremendously great player. He's gifted. So, having those kind of guys come in, it's a good spark for our defense. And hopefully this year we can put up a whole lot of points.
The defense as a whole finished the spring with a really strong performance in that spring game. Secondary as a whole lost a bunch of people, Deontay, Devin, Trey. I guess, how have you seen the secondary, kind of come together since that spring game even more?
We all, it's all about, working together, communication and everything like that. So I guess that's what it's been like. So, me knowing that those are new corners in, me, trying my best, to tell them on the sideline, their keys and their reads that they should know all the time. So it's kind of helping me out, learn the defense a lot more. So I love when new people come in. It gives me the ability to be, the spokesperson. It gives me the responsibility to speak up and talk. It's not because they don't know it, just because they're not confident with the scheme. So it's a tremendous thing for me. We have some athletic guys that came in, Oregon, from Oklahoma, all over the place. We had this new safety come in from Georgia Tech. Me and him be scrambling out a little bit, talking. He's a smart player, so me and him go, head to head. We talk about what we see. So I love it, man. So it's very enjoyable when I'm ready for the season.
You mentioned the offense and the new offense stuff. What is it like facing a air raid offense, and how does that help the secondary just to get ready for the season?
Oh man, those guys, they're the real deal. So I mean, just to be straight up, they're the real deal. Quarterback does what he wants. Bailey's my guy. That's my cocky guy. I go back and forth with him all the time. So just that kind of offense. When a guy can check and if he sees something he likes, he can just check it anytime you want to. It kind of disables a defense. So you got to be a strong and a smart defense. To counteract somebody that smart. So they've been a tremendous offense. My first time seeing was spring. It was a lot to bring down, narrow down to the base. I go in there, watch film all the time, and see what he sees and everything like that. But it's kind of hard because he checks to what he wants. So, man, we're gonna have a great offense this year, and I'm ready to see what those boys can do.
Yeah. It feels a lot like 2019 almost. We're coming into the season. There was a lot of noise about the offense and the defense coming in. It seemed like had a big chip on their shoulder and something to prove coming into the season. Now, obviously, there's a bit more notice nationwide, and especially within the conference, of what this defense can do. But if you noticed maybe a quiet confidence about this defense in practice, even with the talented offense on the other side?
Oh, yeah, of course. My guy, Ty Stewart, he was very quiet. He'd come in, he wasn't a star. But when he came in, his number was called, he dominated. So I kind of look at him as Bailey, kind of. Just Ty Stewart, he didn't have a lot of, say so, like when he can check, all those things. So, Bailey being able to, be himself and go out there and produce the way he is very good, and it'll be strong for the season. So, an offense like this, you really can't do much about it, but just to, play hard and play fast. So, I look forward to the season and what they can do.
Focusing back on your group, we talked about Devin, and Coach LaRussa talked about how while you two were both kind of the leaders of the room, you were always more so the vocal leader, and then Devin took a more business-like approach, is how he addressed it. Now with you kind of being the one guy as the leader in the group, is there anything that's changed for you in terms of a leadership role in the safety room this year?
Pretty much. Nothing has changed really because, we always had that quiet guy coming up, You just talk to him, my dog AJ. He's been quiet, but, he was always coming up. He always was on the scene always, but, Dev Key was ahead of him, so now he's out his shadow, and now you can see, what he really can do. So it's leadership for me, like it's been, but it's also leadership for him and those linebackers that have been here. D'Angelo Malone's on the end, Juwan Jones. So Darvin, it's all of us. It's a collection. It's a brand. We're calling each other a brand. We call ourselves a brand. So we're looking to put it together, and hopefully this year we can dominate just like we've been doing the past years.
You mentioned AJ, and now we get to kind of really see what he can do. You've seen it the last few years, practice or whatever. what do you think is kind of his strongest skill set? What makes him going to be so successful this year?
Oh yeah, you gotta always watch those quiet guys, man. You don't know what they can do. You feel me? He just has that look all the time, like he's gonna mess somebody up. His greatest ability is coming down that run fit and smacking you, and that's what he's gonna do. But he's just so gifted. His footwork, the way he reads the quarterback in the post. He's a very gifted player. So, man, I've been excited about the guy since he came in. So I'm looking forward to see what he can do this season.
And, Coach LaRussa kind of talked about Kendrick kind of being in a position like AJ was, kind of the next man up, after you guys are gone and stuff. It seems like Western's kind of created a nice little recipe to have a good, safety group. I guess how much have you seen that kind of come into play in your time here? And I guess, Kendrick is a guy that a lot of people talk about. What do you see from him?
Kendrick reminds me of me. Like, I came in my freshman year, I was that little spark, off the bench, that little, package deal type of guy. So, I mean, he came in, Chattanooga, and I had a little helmet issue. Like, he came in and smacked somebody up, you feel me? So he's a guy that's, on the sideline. He's that little honey badger, type of player that you've been waiting on. Like, just let him off the leash and let him go in and make plays. So I'm excited for him. He just needs to learn the defense a little more, but he's getting it. He's picking it up really fast. He's changing positions, so that's helping him, see different kind of schemes and different things that he can see on the field. So I'm excited to see what he does in the next couple of years.